So back in April, AMC came out and they spoke out negatively about Disney Plus, saying Disney Plus poses a big problem for the movie theaters. With Disney flexing the $60 million they made from streaming Black Widow on Disney Plus, I'm pretty sure we could both understand why AMC is big mad. The truth is, since the release of the Black Widow movie, the share prices of movie chain companies have fallen massively. But how bad has this affected AMC's share price, and what is my short-term to medium-term price prediction for AMC? We'll take a look at that very soon. But before doing that, let's roll that beautiful intro. It's time to ascend. Welcome to Ascend 22. My name is Seth, and every week I review different stocks and cryptos, and I show you guys different ways to make money through long-term passive income investing and short-term trading. So if making money is something that you are interested in, make sure to definitely hit the like button and also subscribe and join the community. When compared with CineMark and IMAX, AMC has massively outperformed its competitors over the past year. Let's jump in the chart so I can show you. Okay, so here's the chart of AMC before the outbreak was declared a pandemic in the United States back in March 2020. So before March 2020, we can see that the share price for AMC was forming lower lows and lower highs before the pandemic, right? Lower highs over here as well, right? This company was not doing too well. This company was in a bad shape before the pandemic. The price, it had gone from a price of about $35, almost $36, to a price of $2.17 just before the pandemic. So let's look at the performance after the pandemic. Already, this is looking bonkers, right? We can see that this is massive. AMC went from a price of $2.17 to a price of $71.79 after the pandemic. This is massive. Let's look at that in terms of percentage. So in terms of percentage, let's go. We are going from $2.17 to $71.79. This is about 3,127%, which is about 32x, right? 3,200% or 32x is insane for the stock market. This is something we normally see in the crypto market. So seeing something like this in the stock market without leverage is insane for any stock. This was fueled massively by the group Wall Street Bets on Reddit. These guys put a short squeeze on the institutional investors and punished them for having a ton of shorts on AMC. Now let's compare AMC's performance with its competitors. Okay, so at the moment we are looking at the chart for CineMark before the pandemic. So before the pandemic, we could see that CineMark was doing pretty well compared to AMC. AMC was aggressively falling, if you remember, but then CineMark was moving sideways, right? The price action is sideways over here, right? Compared to AMC that was falling massively before the pandemic, this is moving sideways. So CineMark was not doing too bad before the pandemic. So after the pandemic, we can see that CineMark has been forming higher lows and higher highs. So this is somewhat good for CineMark. But when we look at the previous highs, right? The previous highs is sitting at $42, and then currently the price is sitting at $16. So CineMark has not been able to recover all the losses before the pandemic, right? So this is actually bad for CineMark, since AMC and most healthy companies in the S&P 500 have been able to recover all their losses, but then CineMark has not been able to do that. So this is looking bad for CineMark. Now let's look at another competitor of AMC, IMAX, to see its performance before the pandemic and after the pandemic. So now we're looking at the price chart for IMAX before the pandemic, and it is very clear that before the pandemic, IMAX, the price action for IMAX was pretty much sideways, right? The lows relatively never changed, and the highs relatively never changed as well, right? So this is basically a sideways action, right? The price continuously moved in this channel over here. The only chart that we've looked at so far that did not have this same exact behavior was AMC. AMC was aggressively moving downwards. CineMark followed the same behavior, and IMAX over here is also following the same behavior. Now let's look at the price chart for IMAX after the pandemic. So after the pandemic, let me pan a little bit to the left, and we see that the price action has been gradually moving up, right? So the share price has been gradually moving up for IMAX, but there's one thing that is being repeated in this chart, right? So before the pandemic, the price was sitting at $25. And then this price, the share price, has not been able to get above the $25 level after the pandemic for IMAX as well. We saw the same thing in CineMark. CineMark was not able to get above the highs before the pandemic, and IMAX is doing the same. So although IMAX and CineMark are in the same industry as AMC, it is very clear that the meme stock craze has barely helped IMAX or CineMark. So in the movie theater industry, only AMC has benefited from the meme stock craze. If we set IMAX and CineMark apart from AMC and use those two to represent the overall health of the movie theater industry, then it is very clear that the movie theater industry is badly getting affected by the rise of streaming services. But is the special treatment that AMC getting at the moment going to last? Well, AMC is currently a meme stock, and just as the story goes with every meme stock like Dogecoin, if people are interested in it and are buying it, there's no telling where the share prices could go. But people will always change their mind, and they will always find a new meme stock wave to surf on, pun intended. Let's look at the chart and predict what is likely to happen for AMC. We are looking at a chart for AMC at the moment, and we are currently in the 1 hour time frame. From the chart, it doesn't look good for AMC, right? It is very clear that AMC has suffered a big loss. AMC fell from the highs of $72 to about $33, which is about a 54% drop, right? So that's pretty big. That's massive. But then for a month, we see that the price, the share price for AMC was trading in this channel, right? In this channel, the price traded for about a month. This pattern in technical analysis is called the falling channel pattern, and this is a bullish indicator that price will break out very soon, right? It will break out and go bullish very soon, and that is exactly what happened. Price broke out of this channel and it went bullish, but then at the moment it has fallen, right? And then it is currently trading. It seems to be accumulating or trading in between this price range, which is about $33 or $32 and $44. So from the 1 hour chart, the only useful information that I can find from the chart is that people are accumulating at the moment. But then let's look at the 4 hour chart and see what other useful information we can find. So now we're looking at the 4 hour chart for AMC, and we're not getting any new information, right? We don't see any new patterns in here other than a possible accumulation starting on the 4 hour chart. The volume is pretty low over here compared to the volume on this side when we had that big rally. So nothing new, no new patterns. So let me turn on some indicators. So let me turn on the RSI and the MACD. From the RSI, we're not getting any good information, any useful information as well, other than a possible bounce back on some strength. On the MACD, this is not that useful as well. It looks like momentum has definitely died down. There's a possible downtrend coming soon. Price may fall very soon, but then let's not stop there. Let's go to the 1 day time frame, the daily time frame, and look at what is happening on the 1 day time frame. So from the MACD on the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame, it is very clear that momentum has been dying down for AMC, but this is not yet fully confirmed. We'll have to give it some time to be able to predict that properly. But then let's switch to the weekly time frame and let's see what we can predict looking at the weekly chart. So now we're looking at the weekly chart for AMC, and it is very clear that the trend lines that I drew for the daily, the 4 hour, and then the 1 hour charts no longer fits the candles on the weekly, right? So let me draw some new trend lines really quick. And from the new trend lines, we can see that the price has not yet closed outside of this channel, right? So outside of the falling channel, we've not yet closed outside of it. So I'll not yet call this bullish because this is the first green candle that we've had so far for the past month. So I'll not yet call the little bounce that we had in the 4 hour chart bullish yet. I'll need this to close. I'll need that price to close outside of this channel before I can call it bullish for AMC. From the RSI, we are currently sitting at 59, right? So there's still some strength in AMC, but then I'll need this to drop a little bit lower to the 40 level or maybe to the 50 level before I could call I could call this a reversal. On the MACD, we can see that the MACD line, which is this blue line, which indicates momentum, it is still kind of like bullish, but then it seems to be reversing, right? And then it's almost close to cutting across the signal line. So I expect this to go a little bit lower. I'll need this to drop a little bit lower before thinking about getting into AMC. So from the short term to the medium term time frame, I believe the price for AMC shares will be accumulating in between the $30 level and the $45 level. But then, as we saw from the weekly time frame, there's a high chance the price for AMC shares will fall very hard, and I'm expecting that to go hit the $18 or $19 level very soon. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about AMC. And if you have a different opinion, definitely get in the comment section and let me know what you think. If AMC is no longer profitable for you, check out this video that I made for my analysis and my predictions on the crypto market. You would definitely enjoy that one as well. I made a solid prediction in there, so go check it out. And make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to join the community.